A successful person is a failure who gets up one more time. Kyle King. Let's call a success and a failure a failure. Few of our own failures are fatal. Economist and Financial Times columnist Tim Harford writes in his new book, Adapt, Why Success Always Starts with Failure. If we are referring to specific tasks, we might say that one that has failed to do or perform that task. When referring to being a failure in life, we are probably referring to a broader definition of falling short of our expectations, goals and dreams. At some point in our lives, we may have made the decision that we were failures, regardless of whether we fell short of someone else's expectations or our own. We may have decided that who we are is failure. We then spend the rest of our lives trying to keep from being more of a failure rather than concentrating on the concept of success. If we think about that for a moment, we may come to realize that we are playing not to lose rather than playing to win. At some point in the past, we bought into the concept of having expectations or goals. Maybe at another point, we fell short of those goals. If we fell short of our own expectation or those imposed on us by others repeatedly, we may have made a judgment about ourselves. We then may have decided that it's meant to be that we are not good enough, so we must be a failure. No one really wants to be a failure. We all want to be loved and accepted and good enough. So the game becomes, how can I be more of a success and keep from being more of a failure? The very first thing that we must come to terms with is that even the most successful people fall short on a regular basis. Thomas Edison did thousands of experiments before inventing the electric light bulb. And I could give thousands of similar examples. How many people do you know that do exactly what they say they will do 100% of the time? Most people fail most of the time. The difference is that people with a success mindset don't judge themselves for it and accept it as what is activity towards the process of success. The most successful of those people are the ones who not only play the game, they also go for win/win in every game. Fear of what is doesn't exist, only fear of what might happen. James Allen, in As a Man Thinketh, said, to put away aimlessness and weakness and to begin to think with purpose is to enter the ranks of those strong ones who only recognize failure as one of the pathways to attainment, who make all conditions serve them, who think strongly, attempt fearlessly and accomplish masterfully. Just do it. The only thing there is left to do is to do it, whatever it is for you. And if you fall short, notice it, make the necessary corrections, and move on. Stuart Emery, in his book, Actualizations, You Don't Have to Rehearse to Be Yourself, has some excellent material on failure. And the analogy that he uses is that life is like flying an airplane. He says that airplanes spend a large amount of time in the air, of course, or in air, and that the process of flying the plane is one of constant correction to keep it headed for its stated destination. The pilots do not take the corrections personally and assume that they are bad pilots or that they are failures. The point here is that neither should we take our failures or falling short to mean anything other than the universe is letting us know that we are a little off course and to make the necessary corrections. There are 3 really great affirmations included in the Cup Course. Claim your unlimited potential, which may be helpful. 1. Since I am the person who judged myself as a failure, I am the person who can now judge myself to be success. 2. Since I have already failed, I no longer need to fear failing. 3. It is okay with me that I fall short of my expectations or others. I can now see the divine order and perfection in that which I do accomplish. The biggest difference between successful people and people who are not successful is that people who are successful just do it without judgment.